Question number 2. Big data is a big management challenge. Both Democratic and Republican administrations have chosen to devote more resources to protecting state secrets than to preserving the historical records. So now, what we understand is whatever form of a government it is, whoever the administrations are, okay, they choose to protect the secrets rather than preserving the historical records. So their priority is to protect the secrets rather than the historical records. So the Information Security Oversight Office, the government's tiny watchdog agency, notes that of the estimated 11.6 billion US dollars spent in 2013 to keep information secure, only $99 million was spent on declassification, less than a third as much as 15 years ago. So you can see that out of this total expenditure, only $99 million has been allocated for declassification. What is declassification? Declassification is making the official or secret records or dossiers or files public. Okay, so they make these documents public. These documents could be easily accessible to public in libraries or anywhere. So the printing and the filing and of all these documents, that's what is called declassification. So they say the amount spent on declassification is less than 1/3 compared to the amount that was spent 15 years ago. So how does this information help us? What it's trying to say is state is spending more on protecting the state secrets rather than declassifying it or making the historical evidences or historical records accessible to people. So they have more secrets to protect now. Okay, so for that reason they are spending less amount of money, and this can also be a cause. Less expenditure can also be a cause for less declassification, right? In the late 1990s, more than 200 million pages of documents were being classified each year. Today that figure has stagnated to around 30 million despite a huge increase in classified data. So what they are trying to say is, in the past more documents were declassified each year, but today the figure has stagnated to just 30 million. Okay, so we can see that the amount of classified data has increased, but declassification is not happening. Okay, so even this evidence is bolstering the claim that the state has got more secrets to protect. Okay, now let's see. Which of the following could be a plausible explanation for the apparent reduced number of declassified files made available by the government? Now I need to know what could be a plausible, a believable, a credible explanation, a legitimate explanation for the reduced number of declassified files. Okay, now why are we not getting as many declassified files as it was earlier? Number one could be the government is spending less. That's it. Okay, and the most important thing is the government or the administration has more secrets to protect. Okay, now let's see. Option A, expenditure on declassification was reduced by more than 2/3 over the past decade and a half. Yes, expenditure was definitely reduced, so this can lead to a reduction in the number of declassified files. Yes. Okay, today the state has more secrets to preserve than it had a few decades ago. Yes, it has more secrets to preserve today. Okay, now the state has lost interest in preserving the history. No, we don't know whether the state has lost interest or no. Okay, so we just know that there are more secrets to preserve and they're spending less money on declassification. Okay, so these two reasons can be instrumental for the reduced number of declassified files. Okay, so my answer choices would be A and B.